Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time for our next installment of the Kairos Foundation Shoe Project. And Tom and I are very excited about this project, and we're talking to you on a weekly basis, giving you more information. So, Tom, welcome. Thank you for being here again. How has it been going?
Yeah, thank you so much, Reon. It's just so good again to be part of this project. And so we've just shipped off 27 pairs of shoes to Cape Town already. Bearing in mind we've been going for a few weeks, so 27 pairs. Donors have come through, and we're just really excited that we've got a start to that.
That's awesome. The first package has been sent, 27 pairs of shoes. And if you're watching this broadcast, I'm hoping that you hear 27 with great excitement, but also, we're aiming for 1,000. So we need your help. It's the month is changing. You've just had your paycheck. Now is the time to make a donation to the Kairos Foundation for this project. We are aiming for 1,000 pairs of shoes. We have 27 already, but there's still some left to go. Today we have some special guests, and we're going to introduce you to Judy Stoffels from the Kairos Foundation. You met Warren last week. Judy is Warren's wife. She's a business owner. She has her own business. She's a mother of two that she homeschools, and she's expecting her third child. This is a very accomplished young woman that leads the Kairos Foundation with her husband. Judy, welcome.
Thank you, Reon. It's great to be here. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Judy.
And then I have somebody else to introduce to you. I want to introduce you today to the most beautiful girl in the whole world. My daughter, Ziante. It's very exciting to have her with us. She celebrated her 17th birthday earlier this week, and she's doing community service at school, and part of those hours will be given to the Kairos Foundation in support of this project. Welcome, Ziante.
Hi, happy to be here.
And happy with your introduction. Are you satisfied with that? Tom, over to you.
Yeah, I'm just so excited just to be here with these amazing two women, and you, of course, Reon, but just delighted to be here. Maybe just as a little bit of a reminder, we have this innovative approach to finding school shoes for children who are in need. You might remember 5 million people in South Africa, children are going to school without school shoes. And we're looking to fill this gap in a very small way, but a very significant way. The unique thing about these school shoes is they're made from plastic recycled medical waste. So that's what makes this unique, a durable shoe, a cost-effective shoe at only 50 Rand a pair. And you'll hear a little bit more about that, but excited. I've already moved, distributed 1,000 pairs of shoes already, and we're looking to do 1,000 through the Kairos Foundation.
Awesome.
So, Judy, tell us a little bit about the Kairos Foundation. Your heart for the Kairos Foundation. You've been running for quite some time, and you're doing more than the shoe project.
Yes, that's right. The Kairos Foundation has definitely been a passion of mine and Warren's for a very long time. And our hearts are really just to make a difference, to add hope. And I'm not sure if Warren unpacked what Kairos actually means. The word Kairos means the opportune time. And if you dig a bit deeper into it, it means the time conditions are right for the accomplishment of crucial action. And I do believe that after the worldwide devastation that we had with the COVID-19, this is the opportune time to take crucial action to really accomplish things and add hope and change in our communities and in our families of our communities. And this is the heartbeat from my side, and the passion I have is that the time is now to come and create change and add hope.
We are so excited about supporting the Kairos Foundation in this time and through this project. And I have been impressed with the professionalism and the heart for the community. So Ziante, the question to you is, why are you involved in this particular project? Of all the projects that you could have chosen for your community service, what is exciting for you about the Shoe project? Ziante? Okay, Ziante has frozen, it seems. We have lost connection. So Ziante, if you can hear me, what you need to do is disconnect and come back in. Okay, so Tom, let's carry on with our conversation with Judy.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll get that back. So Judy, just the many benefits of this project, and I know you've spoken about them, but which one is your favorite? Which is your favorite benefit?
Tom, that's a very difficult question, especially when you have a lot of kids. They always ask, "Mommy, who's your favorite?" And I think it's difficult to say, but easy at the same time. With all the projects that we're doing, the shoe project is definitely one of my favorites. We're living in a time, and I think to me it's twofold. I look at the shoe project as a mother, and I look at it as a community worker or community member. And since a very young age, 13, I worked with my parents in the community. And at that time, I would see young kids going to school barefoot. I would see kids wearing hand me downs. And I never understood until I became a mother. And I realized that shoes is such a great need for the children. And the cost of uniform and shoes have gone so high that it's no longer a it's really down on the list of necessities. And children, unfortunately, when they do get a pair of school shoes, it doubles up as church shoes, soccer boots, you name it, that's what it is. So it doesn't last very long. And the reason why I'm very excited about the shoe project is because the quality of these shoes are excellent. And I think children will really enjoy them. They're durable, they're long lasting. And I think any mother would be excited to have a child have a pair of shoes such as this, because it's really something that she can say, this is an investment that my child would be able to wear in any weather. If they do go to church or to the mall with their shoes, it will always be shining, looking great on their feet. So this is really one of my favorites, just giving those children a bit of hope and adding hope to their lives.
That's fantastic, Judy. You know, just having spoken to some principals and teachers, and that they're talking about this gift of dignity, just giving the child a little bit of dignity, and that comes through in what you're saying. So thank you so much for that. And Reon, you know, I was talking to Ziante a little bit earlier on, and had posed the same question to her in terms of what is her favorite benefit. And she was telling me just how passionate she was about the recycling side of things, the side of things where these plastic medical waste, the oxygen masks and drip bags and tubing are not ending up on landfills. And I was just so impressed to hear from this young lady where her heart is and how she sees this project. And she went on to say that it's not just about it being a great thing around recycling, but about how she can be involved with this project as well through offering her time with some administration, her involvement with community service at school as well. And I was just really excited to hear directly from how passionate she is about being part of this. And I really look forward to working with her as well. And with Judy, so really encouraged with that from Ziante.
Yeah, I think the reason we brought Ziante on was just to show that kids can do this as community service. This is not raising lots and lots of funds all at once. It's 50 Rand at a time. It's a 50 Rand donation. And for every 50 Rand donation, a child gets a pair of shoes. And there's different ways in which these shoes will be handed out. We'll be going to specific schools. And since last week that we spoke, Warren has received numerous requests from people in his community for shoes. And he actually got, pictures of shoes that children are wearing at the moment that are torn, and what kids can do with shoes. It's I remember my school shoes and my parents just feeling so despondent because just 3 months ago they bought a brand new pair of shoes, and now after kicking a couple of balls and hitting a couple of rocks instead of the ball, and just the things that boys do, those shoes are destroyed, and now they need to be replaced. These shoes are durable. They are high quality. And when they are all dusty from playing on the playground, you just wipe them off and they're shiny again, and they will last a long time. But even if they do get damaged, the great thing about that is that you just recycle those shoes again, and then you have another pair of shoes. So it does impact the environment, and it does make a difference. So I think we've lost Ziante, possibly load shedding. I mean, nowadays we blame everything on Eskom. So we'll just blame Eskom in this regard too. And a last word from you, Tom.
Yeah, so while we're talking, why don't you put up those banking details, Reon, so that everybody can see them? You can always go back and have another look at this, or connect with Reon at his email address. And so, thank you, lovely message coming through, and thank you. Do you want to read that, Reon?
For the kids wanting community service, what is the vision? Will they run an event to raise money or earn a certain number of hours for a certain amount raised? This is a question from Kate Jacobs from Africa Food for Thought. And I think there are a variety of possibilities. The fundraising itself will represent a number of hours that these kids are working. And they can fundraise in a variety of ways, but whatever the time they spend fundraising. And I think it's perfectly reasonable for a child to go to everyone in the family and all the friends and everyone in the street and ask them for a 50 Rand donation, and those hours will count. They need to do this in partnership with a charity. So that a registered charity like the Kairos Foundation, or in Johannesburg like Africa Food for Thought, so that the hours can be acknowledged. And then the shoes needs to be handed out. So there's a whole process at the schools where we need to get the correct shoe sizes. We don't want to get a whole bunch of shoes where there's no child wearing that number, and then we end up with shoes in a storeroom. So beforehand, we get the shoe sizes, and that's a process where we need to go into a class. And one of the ideas is that we don't give only to the neediest children in a specific class. We give the class gets awarded a prize in some competition, and everyone in the class gets a pair of shoes. So that when you wear shiny new shoes, you don't get ostracized as the charity kid. You get celebrated because you've won something. So thank you for that question, Kate, and for being interested in this project. Okay, I nearly missed all those questions because sometimes we don't get any. Okay, so here's the conclusion of what we want to do today. We want you to help us give a child a pair of shoes, and it will only take a 50 Rand donation. And we have made a couple of broadcasts like this, and the response has not been huge. So if you are on the verge, if you are doubting, if you are thinking maybe, maybe not, I want to encourage you to do that right now, because we want 1,000 pairs of shoes. We are going to keep on harassing you in every way we can until we have 1,000 pairs of shoes. So please contribute. Share this video. Share the video. It's on LinkedIn. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. Share it to all your friends. And during this coming week, we'll be posting daily on the benefits of this project, from recycling to enterprise development to the dignity that is given to a child. And keep an eye out for that. Share and make people aware and get people to donate towards this cause. Every 50 Rand means a pair of shoes for a child who's right now maybe not wearing a pair of shoes or wearing an old torn pair of shoes. Please help us. It's a great project. You need to be involved. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Ziante, for your involvement and participating today. We are so glad you did.